Let's walk through how the new calls list on EntryThingy works. So you're able to view this page logged in or logged out. Here you can see we're not even logged in, but this is available to the public. One of our goals as part of rebuilding EntryThingy is to surface fantastic call opportunities for all artists, whether they are our customers or not, and whether galleries are our customers or not. We want people to use EntryThingy to be able to find them for a place to apply their artwork. So that's something we feel very strong about, and one of the biggest changes you'll see here that not only are this calls list including things from EntryThingy, we are also including from a number of the other large platforms listed here, as well as several small independent platforms, independent galleries, regional allocators, and it's always growing. Especially if there's something you think should be included on this list that isn't, send us a note at hello@entrythingy.com and we'd love to get it added. We'll come back to some of these filters, but just visually as you scan, we've simplified this a lot. And we also have a calendar view here based on when various deadlines are. But most people probably look at this in the table view. This is a big upgrade from our old view, which was just a text list. So now each of the cards you see have the title of the call, the name of the gallery, the location, deadline of the show, and whether or not it's a paid entry or free entry. When you highlight over, you'll get a little preview of what it is. And we try not to bombard people with text, but just to be able to give them a little bit more information about what the call is. You'll notice some calls are outlined in blue. Those are calls that are hosted on EntryThingy and would appear if you wanted to filter by EntryThingy only. If you leave it unchecked, you'll see some of the other calls, a lot of the other calls that we have aggregated. And so as you scroll through, maybe I'll just click on a few. This Art in the Park looks pretty interesting. And then let's see here, if we were to click on, what is Celebration of the Arts? Art in the Park 2026, taking place in Blowing Rock. When you scroll down here, we have a note. We don't want to ever deceive people or have them think they're staying on EntryThingy. This opportunity is on Zapplication. And so you'd be able to actually click through here and link directly through and apply here. Of course, we would love to have as many shows on EntryThingy as possible. But we also want to be a good resource, a good advocate for the community. And so we have decided to host everybody for free. Here's another call also on the same competing platform. But you see, we still give you all of the details, all of the information. And so the idea is if you're an artist, you can just come here. You don't need to search all of the other sources or kind of piece together your own calls list. We try to give you one comprehensive view right here. We also have a search bar and these 4 filters. The search bar is pretty self-explanatory. I'll make this up here, but if I was to say, yeah, I'm really interested in art about the ocean, is there anything here? Okay, we have underwater sculptures, art by the sea, just add water, the Virginia Mocha Boardwalk. So you're able to use this to surface a lot of different things. Obviously, if you input paint, you're going to get a lot of different calls. Watercolor would probably be another popular one. Yep, 49 various calls. And so you can use this to search topics you may be interested in, cities if you're looking for a very specific call. So let's say you were looking for urban takes, which is right here, and you didn't know it was right there. You'd be able to search, and that's going to be your first result. So the other thing we have are these filters right here. You can browse by your state. We have some of the top metropolitan areas and those cities. Browse by medium. This is something we heard a lot from our customers from the old version that was totally missing. If you're an artist and you over-index to just one of these, or that's what you focus on, you can, click on photography, and you are only going to get calls that have been identified as photography. So you can do that. And then lastly, you can get them by the deadline month. So perhaps you're on vacation, or you're traveling, or you're really busy. And so I'm not going to be able to get to really anything until June. And so you'd be able to come here and scan and check all of these calls for a June deadline. So this is the new calls list. We wanted to make it simple, but we also wanted to make it very helpful and comprehensive. So let us know what you think. Email us at hello@entrythingy.com if you have any feedback.